Make sure you capture this. All right, gentlemen. I would like to start off by saying thank you for being a part of the Larry's Barber College program here at Cook County Jail. We really appreciate Sheriff Dart opening up the Cook County Jail and giving us the opportunity to create alternatives, to violence, as well as, I would call it true prison reform. So, but we couldn't do the program without you guys participating, so I really appreciate you guys participating. I just really wanted to talk to you guys about, just briefly, about what do you think about the program thus far here in Cook County Jail. Start with you.
My name is Michael Mills, and I've been here for over a year, and I've been a part of Larry's Barber College in the world, but I've never got to finish. And I think that it's like one of the best chances that I've had, because I've been in and out of prison all my life, and every time I get out of prison, I never have anything when I come out. I have to go back to being the head of a household with no skills, no nothing, no money, no job. And I just believe that this time was a good opportunity for me, because I now have a barber's license and I have the skills that I can support my family.
That's great. Good.
My name's Steve Lowe, and I'd like to thank God and Larry for what he's been doing for me. I've been cutting hair for numerous years, and it's a blessing that I have this talent here, and I've been getting out, and people have been telling me about going back, forward to school. And I'd like to know as far as how I can get into the college, and I got into the college, and it's a blessing. That,
oh my God! After how many years? Hey, Larry, man, I want to get into school.
And constantly, then when I did get in school, I get back out, and I have not had a purpose. And I'd like to thank, God, that it's a blessing that I got back in here, and I have a purpose now. When I get, get back out there to look forward to as far as getting to school and allow my talent to show for me as far as the schooling. And keep it up, and I mean it from the heart. This is what I'm gonna do. And my family gonna be like, man, it's a blessing that I'm doing something. And I like to thank God and Larry.
That's good stuff.
Amigo. My name is Rodriguez. I want to thank God first. This is a new opportunity, to bring to the community. When we get out, so we're gonna have a job, create a job, help the community with the kids, showing something. Okay, we can do it.
And you artists, do you draw and all of that?
A little bit.
So, barbering is an art and it's a science. So basically we can take our inner skills and incorporate it into, the barbering, drawing and stuff like that. So that's good. It's Israel.
Yes, my name is Amos Ben Israel, and I'm thankful for Larry and for the True Living Father being here. I'm one of the guys that was in Larry's program back in 2016. I left here and returned back here, but when I left here, went to the streets, I was blessed to cut inside of a shop, believe it or not, in Hyde Park.
And you was in trouble with me a little bit too.
Yeah, you were kind of heated at me, and because when you're supposed to be on this side with me, and now I'm back in the graces of the True Living Father, because I'm back here. I kind of spoke this into being, if I go to jail, I'm going to be back in Division 6, I'm going to be back in the college, and everything's moving at that pace now. It's coming into fruition. So with that being said, however the pendulum swings, I'll be completing my barber's license, I'm certain, through Larry's Barber College.
So thank you, Mr. Israel. And one of the things that I want to kind of piggyback off of what you said is so one of the reasons that I've incorporated, because not only am I here, I've been here for 9 years.
Right.
A lot of people think that I get paid to be here and do this program. Out in the world, it costs $14,230 a student to go to my school out in the world for one person. And I'm here for free, not because I have any other motive except for to help create an alternative to violence and really do true prison reform. I can't help everybody. I wish I could. A lot of times I leave out here and I'm empty. But part of my program is on my non-for-profit side is we do mentoring, we do life skills, we have mental health. I've been afforded to have a state contract for a day reporting center at my school in Peoria, and I now have a day reporting center at one of my schools here in Chicago. My purpose for bringing that up is I'm in 2 state juvenile detention centers. I'm in IYC Chicago and Warrenville, Illinois. Point being is that a lot of times when you get out, we kind of still have to hold certain people by the hand, only because of the fact of sometimes you allow your gift to take you where your character can't necessarily handle at the time. So it's a lot of baggage that comes along with it. So I understand and I get it, and I just want to piggyback basically off of what you said, because some people might look like, okay, well, it was in the Barber program, so you know what happened? Why is he back here? But a lot of times you still need that support system. Sometimes even if it means not going back into certain communities around people who you got in trouble with and so on and so forth, you got to be around positive people who say, hey man, you can't do this no more, you can't do that anymore, or let me help you with this, that, and the other. So that's why I work so hard to try and get the resources that I need in order to help with transportation, bridge housing, help you to get your ID, help you, you know, in every aspect that you need me for in order to make sure. And when I leave out of here sometimes, guys, I'm being honest with y'all, I'll be empty. You know, because y'all know as soon as I come through the door, hey Larry, I need this. Hey Larry, man, I need you to do this. Which I'm okay with, but sometimes, you know, when I leave out of here, you know, I kind of need somebody to lift me up and to tell me that I can do it, and, you know, for me to be strong as well, you know. So, but thank you for that.
Peace.
So, the program, what you think about the program?
I'm Mr. Vaughn. What I think about this program is it's a great opportunity to be a professional with your skill. What I learned in here is how to be a better person. I learned life skills. I learned just how to be a professional barber. With Larry and Mr. Guyton, they like my mentor. I've been around them for a year now. And it's like they showing me things in life when I get out to just be a better productive member of society. And I graduated from it, and I'm able now to be an instructor and show younger people how to just be a better person, how to use their skills too as well, use their hands more. And I just want to get out and do my best when I get out and show my family that I can make a difference in society. I can make a difference as well.
And Mr. Vaughn, if I can piggyback off you, I know that there was a point in time where you were a little discouraged because going back and forth to court and, you know, telling the judge, hey, judge, I'm doing something different now. You know, I want to be a better person, da 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 da. But a lot of times, people, I've seen a movie called Blind Spot, and I actually talked about this in the graduation before, but sometimes people can't see you where you are now based on where you were before, right? So sometimes our record and our background kind of make it like, it give us these blemishes where people look at us now, it's like, okay, what you gonna do different this time? You know what I'm saying? But I wrote in my book that you have to go through in order to get to, but how you deal with what you go through determines how you come out. So I always tell you guys, just because you're in here doesn't mean that you have to have this mentality, because we want to prepare you to be acclimated to society when you get out there, so you already know what to do. Not saying, you know, have a, let's just call it a jail mentality, and then that's why you see I have signs of no profanity. Are people going to use profanity? Yeah, sometimes they will, but we're still trying to help you to show you what posture to have inside the barbershops when you leave up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So my point for saying it is that, you know, you guys have to show yourselves to be approved here. This is like rehearsal, right? If you can't do it now, then what makes you think you're going to be able to do it when you get on the outside? So practice it now. And you just have to have the faith. You know, we make our bed sometimes, we have to lay in it. So, you know, we can't say, okay, well, I'm in here right now, so let me just do bad and do whatever because I don't care. No, you know, if you want to be a changed person, it starts here right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that everybody that's locked up aren't necessarily bad people, you know? Sometimes you just get tough breaks or whatever. So thank you for that, Mr. Vaughn.
Thank you.
Come on, Willie.
All right, my name is Willie Clay. I love cutting hair. I've been wanting to cut hair for years, but again, just like everyone else's story, you know, we all tend to do the right things in here, but when we get out there, you know, we try to do the right things and we get stuck. I get stuck on just being alone, and I try to not let nobody know that I'm having problems, so I normally work my problems out wrong. So by me cutting hair, I actually use it as a counseling tool also, because I actually talk to other person. At the same time, people may think I'm talking to them, but I'm actually talking to myself, because I realize that...
Just don't answer yourself.
Yes. I realize that if I don't stop being responsible for the things that I think about, yeah, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. So I'm not the one that always linger on, I did myself wrong, I did this, okay, I did this, so now I got to get past that. But being in this barbershop is helping me to grow, because in the streets I can't pay for this. And it's an opportunity for me to grow as a man. So I love the barbershop because I come in here, I get a chance to talk to the people I talk to. Sometimes they say I'm a grouch, but I can understand that.
Oh my God.
I got a father, you know what I'm saying, he's just who he is, but you know, as a son, you know, that have a father also, you know, I love him.
That's good stuff. So let me add this on to that as well. So like a lot of people don't know this, but barbering is like the oldest profession, right? It's been around like forever. And the other aspect of that, it's actually economy proof, right? So with it being economy proof, you also have the opportunity. This is a $100 billion industry, and 52 weeks out the year, 5 days a week, $2,000 a week, you can make $104,000 a year, right? That's 6 figures, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So I think one of the biggest issues is that we don't want to graduate to that. We want to get it right here, right now. I need all of that, but it's a process. Again, you got to go, like a diamond is not just created from here go a piece of coal and then you toss it up in the air and now you got this E-class diamond. That's not the way it works.
No.
That diamond that coal has to go through a tremendous amount of pressure before it can become this beautiful diamond, right? But it's how you deal with it that determines how you're going to come out of it, right? So again, getting out of jail, you know, basically me, and again, I always tell you guys, you know, whatever God you serve, however that goes, you know, not being religious or anything like that, but the fact of the matter is that what's in your heart, right? What's in your heart comes out as it relates to, you know, God knows if you plan on doing the right thing or not. You know what I'm saying? So if you have the wrong motive, then yeah, you might have to go and do some extra years that you really didn't intend on, so on and so forth. But the fact of the matter is that if you really have it in your heart to do right and to do something different, then God knows, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll have that opportunity to say, you know what, let me walk out these doors and I'm not ever coming back here again. And you have to have that attitude, all right? So the potential is out there. You know, when I was 18, 19 years old, and I'm 45 now, I was making $1,500, $2,000 a week when haircuts were only $10. Haircuts are starting at $25 now. I know people, you can't sit in their chair, $45, color, $50, for a beard, $75. You can make 8 hours a day, you can make 6 figures, all right? So keep that in mind, guys, when y'all walk out these doors, but it's a graduation.
Yes,
Sir?
My name is Harrington, Mr. Harrington. Well, when I came into county jail, they seen that there was a Barber college here. That was amazing. And I said, well, now here's an opportunity for me to try to get in the shop so I could get my hours to renew my barber
And
license.
you cut some good hair too, I must say.
And to renew my barber license and go back through the book for my therapy teachers.
Right.
Because that's what I want to do, teach therapy.
Okay.
So here's the opportunity for me to do it, and I don't have to get out here and go sell no more drugs. You know, I could.
You can't run that fast now anyway, so y'all know why you was doing that anyway. No, just playing. So okay, good stuff.
I got something else going on now with the Barber College.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna make this money.
Thank you, sir. Respect. Yes, sir.
I'm Kevin Jones. What I'm getting out this Barber College is actually an excellent opportunity for me. You know, I come from a large family, you know, and I have a lot of little cousins, you know, siblings that look up to me. And I usually, you know, when I have a chance to, I give them guidance, you know, and being in this is a chance for me to like basically learn something new where I can have an establishment where I can as well teach them and bring them in, you know, and probably have family business that'll carry on for life, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's a possibility that you can make a lot of money from it.
Absolutely.
And also, just learning the trade, you know what I'm saying? Being around these guys, you know, as Guyton says, Mr. Guyton says, you know, working, especially in Cook County Jail, this teaches you how to be, how to have tough skin and stand up to criticism, you know what I'm saying? Like we all joke and make laughs at each other and everything. It just teaches you how to be a people person, you know, so it teaches you skills as well as how to be more social.
Character building and all that stuff, right?
You know? So I'm taking a lot out of that, you know what I'm saying? And when I get out of here, I hope to make this one of the businesses that my family can use and prosper for the family in the future.
Absolutely, good stuff. So one of the other great components that we have to having this barber school is that we're obligated to have an officer with us at all times. So so happen we have Officer Guyton here with us, who I believe that he's more than an officer. I think that it's almost like a school teacher who cared. Like when we was coming up, you know, we got the ruler and we got the paddle, and you know we got it in trouble.
Yes,
but they
sir.
did it because they cared about us. They love us. They want to see us to do good. And I think that we've been afforded the opportunity to have an officer like Mr. Guyton, who he's definitely a key part of the program. You know, I'm sure that you guys would say that he do everything he can to keep you guys in your place or don't get in trouble, because this is the nucleus of the whole jail. Absolutely. Everybody have to come here to get a service done, which means that you're going to see everybody, you're going to touch everybody, right? So, and we can't take that lightly. But I think Mr. Guyton actually, he plays a major role in keeping you guys on point. So I would like Mr. Guyton to just kind of expound on how do you feel about the program?
I'm very excited about being in the program. I've been involved with it for a couple of years now, over that, and it gives me a sense of being able to give back, not only to this jail, not only to this department, but to my community and to the city as well. Because I sit in here and it allows me to sit here as a coach, as a mentor, and it allows me to give another step to this program in being locked up and incarcerated. It allows me to let these guys see their true talent, a God-given talent that will be able to surpass all the hands of time to give them something to look forward to when they get back home. So I can't even begin to tell you how much it means to me, because it gave me my place within this department. It also gave me my signature within this department. And I do the job to my fullest. I'm firm, fair, and consistent, something that I learned in the academy. But what this Barber College program taught me to incorporate into that is it made me caring. And it made me responsible for the job that I was doing here, and I try to give that back to each and every person that crossed through this door. Not only just to my students, but to everybody that sit in the chair. And I guarantee you that they can remember this experience once they leave this place.
Good stuff. Thank you, Mr. Guyton. So guys, as we wrap up, I just want maybe a few people to expound on what difference would it have made if you had a different opportunity when you were on the outside? What you have done differently? Mr. Willie had his hand up first.
I would do differently. I would see, because I'm the type of person that I'm a caring person. I like talking to young people. I used to go after schools and I speak to kids at certain schools. If I had the opportunity to have, when I get released out of here, a for sure job that guarantees me when I come home, hey, I got a job for you, come on down, I will work every day and enjoy it. Because being in the barbershop, it takes you away from a lot of stuff. It really do. And before I close, I just want to say,
So let me go back here. So you're basically saying that what prohibited you, and some people can look at it as a lame excuse, right? But it's reality.
But it's the truth, though.
But it's reality. If you had something different to do, you might not have ended back up in here.
I wouldn't pay.
Basically, so you're saying, hey, I just want to go to work, I want to take care of my family, this, that, and the other. So now with barbering, right, you're your own boss, so to speak. But not focusing so much on having the best haircuts more than your posture inside the shop to succeed in the industry versus just being a good barber, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So that's good, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. And you was going to say something else?
Yeah, I was going to say something else about you and Guyton. You know, people have to understand, it takes I might get a flag thrown on me, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It takes men to help other men, and I appreciate. I done chased this man down for 3 years in a hallway. Man, I won't try to get in the barber school. I'm trying to get in the barber school. Okay, well, put in for it. Hey, I put in for it, so what you gonna do about it? So, but he got me in here, and when I got in here, Mr. Guy, he guided me. You know, we talked about a lot of stuff that people may not talk about. But at the same token, you know, I appreciate these 2 years, and I just had to say, I probably get a flag on this here.
No, but the reality of it is we need each other. We all need each other. Like, I can't do this with some people. Like, well, why do you go in there if you're not getting paid? Because of the fact that my brothers need me. You know what I'm saying? My sisters in the women's division, my sisters need me to help them to make a difference in their lives, right? So that's good. So no need for a flag. I think that's good. Yes, sir.
Yes, Israel again. I noticed that as iron sharpens iron, men sharpen men.
Absolutely.
And you know, they say that the king rules with great advisors, you know, with wise advisors. I never knew that, though this is an ancient art, that I would be one of the people that was selected to do it. Now, I have an eye for it. I love it. I mean, I don't like it. I love it. So when I see men who are, you know, established in it, I take a look at you, and I take the instructor, even with the guy, you have to be a craftsman of something on the planet. You're given a natural born ability, an MBA, so you're an MBA all-star. So whatever your natural born ability is, now I'm a writer, okay, but barbering is like it's a part of my nature.
So and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm purposely doing it. So Mr. Israel, somebody might listen at you and they may look at you and they say, man, you know, this is an intelligent individual, you know, he's inquisitive, just the whole nine, like your persona speaks excellence almost, right? So if you had to be your truth, if you had to tell your truth, what do you think stopped you from succeeding on the outside?
Inconsistency.
Inconsistency, okay.
Inconsistency.
Okay.
Inconsistency
Okay.
in my life. To the point that I was there. And with that, I'm back now to learn these primary steps.
So what areas were there, you know, were there lacking, so to speak? I mean, and I don't know, but I mean, it could have been a father figure, it could have been a mother figure, it could have been, you know, friends.
I can share the information.
Okay.
I'm from 39th Street. My role models were players, pimps, whores, gangsters, Arukans, Black Keystons, gangster disciples. So me being a product of that environment, conceals and carries, being a product of that environment for 14 years of my life in the bowels of the ghetto, well, that plagued on me a little bit more than it would on the next child. So coming up, I had to shake it. So going through college, getting the associates, working on my bachelor's, these things had to transpire in order for me to say, well, today, okay, well, I'm 50 years old now, mind you. I'm 50 years old now, I know where I'm going and I know how to get there. However, it took this intervening here, this, to say, well, and then you and Guy both having a scowl when I returned back. Well, what are you doing? So to wake up, it was a process of maturity, that's all I have to say.
Okay, good.
Piggyback off that.
Okay, you want
Let me piggyback off
Okay.
that. Just going off of what Israel said, and he can attest to this, that when we see someone who comes back and be recycled within this program, make no mistake about it, they're not welcomed with just open arms. They're ready to riot act, you know, because I feel like it's wasted opportunity. But on the same token that I feel it's a wasted opportunity, I make them sit it out, but I reach back for them because I feel like it's a mission incomplete.
Sure.
And I try to help them complete that because I feel like, judging off of their character, I want to see them reach the goal at hand and pull people back into the situation, because sometimes it takes people more than once to hit that wall to realize what they can do and get them over it. And I'm proud to say that he's a person that did that, and that's one of the reasons why he's able to continue and he'll complete it.
That's great. You was asking about, your first initial question was, what do you think that we need, or what do you think that is the reasons that we can't succeed outside here? Well, me, myself, I grew up in Peel Hill. I had the best of everything. I went to Catholic high schools. Addiction played a part. Alcoholism, drug addiction, gang violence, those type of things. I think that with this program, it helped me to get back to the essence of me being worthy. like an officer that I've never saw alone. We just connected on a level that, like, hey, bro, this is not where you need to be at in life. So I think that when you learn something better, you do better. When you know that you can do better, you've been shown that you can do better, and you're just not that person on the street that people come to this door. He says all the time, man, y'all the New England Patriots. So when you know better about yourself, you do better. When you know you have a talent, you do better. When you don't think you nothing, you act like nothing. So I think this program for showing me how to get back to the essence of who I am.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's take one more person. Who? Javon?
What I would have did different, I would have placed myself around a different environment. I would have changed my environment. Like everyone was speaking. If you want to be a greater person, you got to be around greater people than yourself. You got to find yourself within. And y'all helped me find myself, being around y'all guys every day. We all got character defects, but it don't define who we really is. This is our skill, and with this skill, it'll take us to a greater place in life. It'll take us. We just gotta respect this journey, like Mr. Larry and Mr. Guyton be teaching us. Respect the journey. We gonna have to go different, go that route, cause God know our heart, and that's what I changed about everything when I was out. People, place, and things. When I get out, I want to lead a city, and I got that opportunity to lead a city, and that's through your college.
See, sometimes, and that's good, Mr. Vaughn, thank you for that. Sometimes, as we're wrapping up, sometimes what I realize is the reason I incorporated so many other programs within my program is that you want to do something different, but you don't have the resources to do something different, right? And I'm only one person, and if I don't have all of the financial resources I need to help all of these people and the people who to me, it's almost kind of like some of them fall by the wayside, you know, because when somebody get out, you know, okay, call me. What do you need to finish your hours? What do you need to do? What needs to happen? You know, Larry, well, I need this. I need car fare, this, that, and the other. You know, I can do the best I can, but it's only so much I can do by myself, right? But at some point, we have to stand up and take responsibility and be men. Like if we go back in the day with the mothers who took their stockings off and gave them to their daughter so they can have some on their legs for the winter time, or you know, taking their coat and giving it to their children. So as men, we have to say, well, these are sacrifices we have to make. If it means, like me right now, I have 9 schools, right, in multiple states. I got 9 schools. I have day reporting centers. I have a grown daughter. You know, I have a life that I like to and I want to live as well. But I still find time. I'm up at like 3 or 4 o'clock every morning. I still find time to make sure I go shovel my grandparents' snow. I go shovel my parents' snow. And I get a phone call like, man, you work fast. You up early. Because my parents, they've paved the way. They've paid their dues. My grandfather is 82 years old. My parents are 66 years old. I don't want you out there shoveling no snow. So as busy as I am, I still make sure, let me get up a little early so that way I can make sure that they don't have to drive in no snow. They're not going to fall in the driveway, so on and so forth, right? My point being is that at some point, there's a sacrifice that we have to make as well. Even if it means sacrificing them shoes that we really want, that car that we really want, you know, to make sure that our family and we are okay so we don't end up back in here, right? So, again, thank you guys for being a crucial part of this program. Officer Guyton, we couldn't do it without your knowledge, without your love, your caring, your understanding about how important it is for these young men to get out here and get back out to their families and do good. You know what I'm saying? We just want to see you guys do good. So thank you for everything you do. Sheriff Dart, again, it couldn't happen without his approval and all of his staff that help out, even whether it be the media or the directors, they're awesome. And just thank you guys, all right? So let's go as far as we can go with this, all right?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.